Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on into this. Ophiuchus, I wanted to take a peek at whatever the energy is surrounding Ophiuchus right now, and I'm actually really enjoying this deck. All right, here we go. Lovers, Eight of Wands. Well, it looks like somebody wants to talk to Ophiuchus. We could have emotions raining toward Ophiuchus. We could have somebody's thoughts and energies, just kind of like jetting toward Ophiuchus, and that could be a really beautiful thing. We do have the Five of Wands. It is sideways. I think this looks a little bit like both Ophiuchus and another person, possibly a Gemini. Maybe a fire sign though as well. So a Leo, Aries, or Sag have been thinking about each other. And it almost feels like two people are like, I wonder what would happen if I reached out. I really would like to. Whomever the divine masculine in particular is looking up at that key. Like, I really would like to open this up. I also always look at that like it's a toothbrush. So I don't know if somebody's brushing their teeth right now, but and one person could be wearing blue, the other could be wearing red, just as a side note. But we have, I don't know if blue is the masculine's favorite color, but that comes out. We have the Fool and we have that Four of Wands sideways. Hi, guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Alicia on her path. Alicia just gifted yet another membership, this time to Priscilla, Nate, Natalie DePaul. Did I say that right? Thank you so much and welcome, Priscilla. Bruce Reed, good to see you. Aaron Swelt, Jeannie Vale. Hi, Angel. Nikki oh my God, it's so good to see you guys tonight. Thank you again so much, Alicia on her path. Thank you so many times over, sweetheart. This comes across like Ophiuchus has a really lovely energy of somebody who cares about them, somebody that they care about in return, two people thinking along the same lines. Somebody's going to be making a move by sunrise. This could be tonight. Both people are like, I'm thinking about this, and they almost pick up the phone and call and then don't. And it's like, it's too late. I need to wait until tomorrow. I definitely am feeling like it's too late to call. It's too late right now. I have to wait until tomorrow. I have to wait till sunup. This could also be, it's going to be more than a call. You notice how he has his little suitcase? It could very well be, you know what? I'm going to be in the area anyway. I'm going to be driving by. There's a plan being hatched right now. And I'm going to say it's by the masculine, who, by the way, could be a Gemini or could also be an Aries now, but we keep rocking some fire energy. So this is, we got some steam here. We got some warmth. We got some passion bubbling up here. And we have a Queen of Pentacles upright. It's definitely a strong desire. I don't know if this is Ophiuchus going to work and they're still thinking like today is a day that I don't know what it is about today, but I can sense my life is about to go up another rung. There's going to be some improvement. There's going to be like a next chapter, a next layer somehow. This is really exciting. Hi, breath of fresh air. Yes, there is. Yes, Ophiuchus, the sun transits through 13 zodiacs, not just 12. And in fact, spends a little bit more time in Ophiuchus than it does in Scorpio. So yeah, Ophiuchus is the 13th zodiac. They just didn't really choose to include it. But in fact, the sun transits through 13 zodiacs, not 12. So kind of fun, huh? It also, due to precession, many of us, what we think is our sun sign isn't our sun sign because of precession. So we kind of have to account for a lot more than what we realize if we're really going to figure out what is our sun sign. But anyway, personally, you guys all know this. I'm like a double Virgo. I've got Virgo all over my chart and I never feel like a Virgo. I care more about my North Node, which is, some people are like, oh, that's not even a thing. I'm not an astrologer, by the way. I just think the North Node, South Node concept, those points on the moon, are more intriguing because it's about what we learned in a past life, where our comfort zone is in this life. And then our North Node placement is what we're supposed to evolve into and strive to become in this lifetime. And I always think that that's a more interesting concept. So I kind of like North and South Node more than sun signs because I don't feel like I fit my own. So, but anyway, all that being said, sorry to digress, but that was a great question. So we have the sun here, speaking of sun signs, and we certainly see joy, we see clarity coming in. Everything keeps talking about in the daytime. So if it's night where Ophiuchus is right now, nothing's going on. This would not happen till the next day, but it feels like Ophiuchus is going to have a very good day. They're already like aware of this. I think their day starts out, nice. I don't know if they have, I don't know why I'm picturing somebody who like they eat a muffin for breakfast. I don't know if it's like a brand healthy muffin or if it's just like a sweet treat. And then I'm also picturing somebody who's doing like sugary cereal in the morning, like little kid cereal, like we all have that little kid inside of us. Where I'm still a Cheerio girl. Honey Nut Cheerios is still my jam, or just plain old cornflakes. Those are my two favorite, just kind of boring. Sometimes rice checks too, though. But yeah, always kind of like just the simple ones. But I'm picturing somebody who's like, bring on the Cocoa Puffs or whatever. It feels like somebody who starts their day with a little sweet treat and they're like, I don't know why, but today's just good. It could also be somebody eating a donut. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm going through all of this other than that big round sun. I don't know if there's like a custard donut, lemon filled something. I don't know. But it's a good day. It's a sweet day. It's a busy day. But Ophiuchus is going to have a sense that, I don't know why, I feel like after wondering last night if I should take action and then saying no, let me let whomever is in the masculine energy make their move. But there's this little, it's not even a sense of anticipation because Ophiuchus is very busy, but they're busy in like, I'm picturing somebody who's humming a little bit while they're busy at work. Their whole day is bam, bam, bam. It's very busy, but there's also a happiness because there's like a positive flow that something that is going to work out in my favor will come my way. The sun is going to shine from me. Now, here's the thing. Time is fluid. So it doesn't mean that just because Ophiuchus is picking up on a vibe that it's going to be like, oh, in the next 24 hours. It's more like I can sense there's a flow. Think of it like this. You know how the light from stars has to travel all that great distance. So technically stars could have already burned out, but we don't know it yet because we can still see the light that has been traveling, as a photon and a wave particle to our eyes. So we can still see something that is actually already burning out because it's still on its way to us. I'm thinking it's a little bit like that. Like what could be coming toward Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is picking up on the wavelength of this, but the actual timing could have like a staggered effect before Ophiuchus actually hears from this person. In the meantime, bizarrely, Ophiuchus might get a message from somebody else altogether different. And they're like, oh no, that's not the one. Click. I'm not trying to be rude, but there might be an XX that Ophiuchus is like, no, thank you. Jeannie Vale, I love it. Oh, Leonora, thank you for being here. Great to see you. Oh my God, Annette, that's awesome. You work in a bakery and make donuts. I love that. I bet it smells so good. That's such a talent to have too. Donuts are really special. We've got that 6 of Pentacles and it's sideways. I do think Ophiuchus is going to be like, whoa, I didn't want to hear from the ex. Wrong alignment here. It's not that. It's just, look, think about it like this. The clock, twice a day, the clock is correct, right? And we have 24 hours. So the clock passes by every one of those numbers twice a day. So maybe that's why it's like, ooh, wrong one. Yeah, but hang on. The right one still comes in also. It does feel like Ophiuchus is going to have possibly 2 people, but it also could be that the day Ophiuchus is expecting and is, all happy, the day that they're expecting to hear from the right person, instead it could be like, oh, no, wrong ex or wrong person on my mind. Even here, we have 2 individuals playing their guitar for Ophiuchus. I didn't see it that way. I thought that was Ophiuchus and them, but now I'm realizing it's probably they'll hear from an ex first that is not the person. And this could be like, we all seem to bump into certain people that, the day that you don't have your makeup on, and that's the day you're going to bump into somebody that is going to want to like stand there and stare at you and evaluate what you look like and stuff. And you're like, oh my God, why today? Or, how come I never bump into the person I want to? I bump into the old exes that I don't want to see. It feels like it's going to be a little bit of that, but it's kind of like just chuckle and continue on. It's because things are coming back around for Ophiuchus. There is something about orbiting. Anytime we see the sun, we orbit the sun. So that there's going to be something about the cyclical nature of life. We see a clock. So again, we're definitely going to be talking about orbiting. Ophiuchus isn't the only one thinking about somebody and they're thinking about Ophiuchus. Chances are many lovers have never forgotten Ophiuchus, but two in particular. It could actually be that Ophiuchus winds up writing after meeting the wrong one who pops up. It could be Ophiuchus goes ahead and takes action to send a message to the one they actually want to hear from. And that could be what kickstarts this. It could be like, you know what? I thought of you last night, and then bizarrely today I bumped into somebody else and I realized I wished it was you. So I thought about sending you a message last night. I didn't. So now I'm going to. Ophiuchus could just, shoot off a little message all of a sudden in the middle of the day or something to the person they wish they had just bumped into. And it could be, that's who I want to. We have the devil. Oh my. And again, we have two people caught in the grip of lust. I don't think that this person, they could be a Capricorn, but I don't think that they're going to, play. I think they're going to be real upfront and be like, well, what time did you almost send me a message? Because it was, 12:01 last night when I almost sent you one. I don't think that they're going to mess about. This is like, I sat still with my fingertips poised over the letter I'd written, the text I'd written, and I didn't hit send. You notice they're not swinging, even though they could. I really feel like it's going to probably be Ophiuchus who reaches out to them first, but their reaction is like, oh man, you've been on my mind so much. And I was going to say something and then I didn't. I feel like Ophiuchus and this person have been running neck and neck. And it just kind of feels like, somebody's got to make the move. But it's so interesting that it may very well be Ophiuchus. Knight of Wands. Look, it's going to be kind of thrilling for both of them. I think Ophiuchus and this person could potentially jump on it. What's that song? Jump on it. Oh God. I'm hearing the song in my head, and I think that they played a lot of like games and stuff, like football games, and it's got like a little giddy up sound to it. Anyway, sorry, but my brain goes down the rabbit hole of music all the time. With that 6 of Wands upright, I do think this is going to turn out to be a lusty, fun, flirty, amazing conversation where I think Ophiuchus and this person are both going to feel quite lifted. They're both going to feel quite wanted. I think that these two know that they're on the wavelength, but let me ask, is it more than lust right now? Or is it mostly lust? Because, hey, and no judgment, no shade. You do you, boo. 8 of Pentacles, there's definitely more here. Ophiuchus and this person are obviously, they would both like to work on things, but they might also really want to work out in the bedroom. That Lover's card again. They need to work on more than just their bedroom skills. I think they're both very good at that already. E+. Well done. But I think that 2 of coins. They both know this. I think Ophiuchus and this person know if we're really going to make our situation, though, work outside of the bedroom as well as inside the bedroom, that's where we need to get better at communicating. We need to get better at, I also think if there's a lot of fire and passion, Look, fire can warm us and cook our meat, or it can burn down our house. And while that song by Sia is amazing, babe, I'm a house on fire and I want to keep burning. Um, babe, I'm going up in flames and you're to blame. Yes, you're to blame because I'm a house on fire and I want to keep burning. Yes, that's a great song as a song. But in reality, we got to have stability. We can't burn each other down. We can't have so much passion, but none of the foundation where we can also be good at, supporting each other in the ups and downs of life, or figuring out our work schedule so we can spend time together. The timing could have been difficult. I don't know if somebody wears two different hats, has two different jobs. It could be that it's hard for Ophiuchus and this person to make time for each other, and that the desire is not the problem. Okay. The desire is spot on, but I do think there's a much more serious conversation that's going to need to be had. And this is something that the masculine might be afraid to broach. It's on his mind a lot. It's like he's identified what is it that was our single most, problematic feature. With the moon sideways, it could be something that Ophiuchus doesn't know. It could be something that they're like, I need to tell this to Ophiuchus. What is it? Six of Coins, Queen of Coins. Again, I see something about work-related stuff. I mean, maybe they don't like what Ophiuchus does for a living. Maybe they maybe they have a dream of, this is kind of like a family running a mom and pop store. This looks like old-fashioned, sody pop. Coming in for penny candies or something. It has this old time vibe to it. And I'm wondering if maybe Ophiuchus is very high power. Maybe Ophiuchus is, busy doing a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe they're the ones who travel a lot. And it's like, I don't know how to say this, but Ophiuchus, like, I want you with me more. I'm not saying they're going to ask Ophiuchus to give up their career or something, but there are components of career that seems to be clashing for these two. And it does look like these two are going to need to talk about this. Is that going to be any kind of a deal breaker? Empress, Wheel of Fortune, not at all. In fact, maybe they want Ophiuchus to stop working and be with them more. They don't want Ophiuchus to travel so much, or they want Ophiuchus with them more. And it's like, what are you saying? Are you saying, maybe they're a business owner and they're like, I wish you would work in it with me. I wish you'd be with me. It could be like, so wait a second, are we making this a really serious relationship all of a sudden? Because it honestly looks like, something's going to change for the better for these two. I could see these two having the really important dialogue that gets things smoothed out, but it looks like, this could go full on to marriage. This could go to, like, I want you to move here. I want you to immigrate. I want to be with you. I want you to be a part of what I have developed. Would you be willing to do that? It feels like, can we merge our lives is what the question is. All right. I'm going to leave this one here. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate all of you. Jeannie Vale, you are so amazing, sweetheart. Well, you deserve every great paying job that is out there, sweetheart. But I also completely understand, you're doing what's right for you. So amen to that. But anyway, sending you tons of support, tons of love, and always, always celebrating you, sweetheart. Lenora, thank you so much for being here. Aaron Swell, my pleasure. Thanks for being here. Hallelujah. Family count. Hi, babe. Nice to see you. Squish Bush. Always great to see you. The Sugar Hill Gang. Thank you so much. Jeannie Rail, you're awesome. Hi, Tracy. Oh. Breath of fresh air. You got it. Thank you, guys. Sarah Carr. Hi, sweetheart. Delighted you're here. Oh, Van Hughes, lovely to see you. Brian's in the house. Awesome to catch you. All right, you guys, and Bruce Reed. And again, welcome, Priscilla. Thank you so, so, so much, Alicia. And Nikki, lots of love to you and the fam. All right, you guys, take care. I will see you guys again. I'll put out the today's topic video swiftly as well. All right, lots of love. Bye, guys.